They're rats. Furry, some might even say cute, one of 4,000 different types of rodents in the world. Rats have been on the big screen, been blamed for the Black Plague. Some rats need humans to survive. Trouble is, we don't need them.
They do a tremendous amount of property damage. So you may hear something that sounds like a scratching or a clawing sound in the wall or up in the attic.
I don't think anybody that I know wants it on their epitaph killed by a rat.
Hello, I'm Michael Russo. It seems like rats have been around forever. I mean, even the old Chinese calendar has a year of the rat. But that's about the only celebrating most people ever want to do with these rodents. Sure, they can look kind of cute sometimes, but they're also dirty, disgusting, and downright dangerous. They're things you don't want to have crawling around your home. This video will show you what you can do to help keep rats out, and also what the County of San Diego can do to help. Rat biology may not be your cup of tea, but for the county's Michael Johnson, he's in his element.
A native rat, which we call more commonly the pack rat or the wood rat, which is this one right here.
This guy is usually okay, shy, more likely to stay in a field somewhere.
He's not really what you would call an indoor pest, he's more of an outdoor pest. You'll find him in fields, maybe in orchards, things of that nature.
Our native rat, not such a big deal. These guys are a big deal. The Norway rat, commonly called the sewer rat, and especially this one, the roof rat.
Roof rats, which are the imported rat, you'll find him going up in the trees looking for food, looking for shelter. Also, you'll find them crawling up into buildings. It's a much more commensal parasite. It's much more used to living with people. So it comes into our homes, if it can.
Rats and mice are not the same. Rats are bigger. The roof rat also has a very long tail, usually as long as the rat's head and body combined. Both rats and mice are nocturnal. They both build nests, but they behave differently.
Mice will stay near a food source, usually within 15 to 20 feet of it. So if mice get into the kitchen, they find food, they're going to stay somewhere in that kitchen. They may go behind your appliances, they may find a little spot underneath the cabinets, but they'll stay relatively within that area. A roof rat, the way he behaves is he still likes to climb. He thinks he's climbing something. So he may crawl literally into the crawl space under a house first, work his way up the side of a wall and come out and live in the attic, but then he'll come out and go back to where his food source is. That could be anywhere from, say, 100 to maybe 300 feet away. So it's a difference that the roof rat is a traveler. He will be much more willing to go literally all over a house looking for food, looking for shelter. He's not going to just stay in one spot.
And the best way to figure out if there's a rodent in the house? Look for droppings.
If you find very small droppings, approximately 1/8 to maybe 1/4 inch long, kind of look like a piece of burnt rice, that's typically your average mouse dropping. Now a much larger dropping, 1/2 inch long, usually pointed ends, sometimes bent in the middle, that will be your typical roof rat dropping. So that gives you an idea of what animal got into your home.
But if you don't see droppings right away, use your ears.
You may hear a gnawing or a chewing sound, especially with the rat, because he will be chewing on things to keep his teeth worn down because his teeth constantly are growing. So you may hear something that sounds like a scratching or a clawing sound in the wall or up in the attic. In fact, a lot of calls that I personally receive are people saying they're hearing loud noises in their attic because the rat is crawling underneath the insulation, he's bouncing around on the wood.
After that, it's time to bounce them out of your home or business.